CCG, 4 mana, 4/3 Death Rattle. Get 3 random first edition Demon Hunter cards in mint condition. Okay, does anyone know what this actually means? I'm guessing, I think this is the card Celeste one. So you got 5 mana Skull of Gul'dan, 3 mana, 3/2 Altruist. How many you got of this? Sorry, you get 3 random. Okay, sorry, I have to double check. 3 mana Altruist. 0 mana Twin Slice. Ooh. 5 mana. Prison Anton. 7 mana, 6/7 Priest of the Fury. 5 mana, deal 5 damage Metamorphosis. Element. Yeah, isn't it 4 mana now? 5 mana, 3/4 Glaze of Azzinoth. 0 cost, Outcast, I-Beam. 2/3 Eldrachi Warblade. 7/4 Gladebound Adept. And 2/2 Battle Fiend. Yeah, it's because the core set, the Battle Fiend's becoming a 1/3, right? So which ones actually matter here? Like 5 mana Skull Gul'dan's ridiculous. I still think it's very, very good. 3 mana Altruist. Altruist was like when you play a card on your left or right most side of your hand, deal 1 damage to all enemies. That card was really good at 3 mana. I think it's probably going to be still very strong. 0 mana Twin Slice is 0 mana for both, but it gives you +2 attack. Like, I don't know. It's probably still fine. 5 mana Imprison probably is too slow by the time you play CCG, unless you played exactly on 4. This is whatever. It's fine though. 5 mana Metamorphosis probably okay, but for the it's not something you're really looking forward to. Glaives is probably okay. I do think Glaives is good. This one's very strong. 0 cast out I-Beam was very, very good. 2/3 Eldrachi Warblades was also good. 7/4 Gladebound Adept I don't think really matters whatsoever. And the 2/2 Battle Fiend sucks too. But they're definitely through like this one, and this one to probably make the average like random generation worse. So if you want any of the 3, it's almost like this guy put this in order because like you want these 3 more than all of them, especially this one. If you could like get Altruist was like the turbo nuts at 3 mana. Such a strong card. Skull of Gul'dan's also really, really good though. I'm surprised Scissor Runner's not here. I think it was also nerfed, but it wasn't like a day 1 nerf. I don't know. Overall, I'm not, man, it makes me old as fuck to think about like how broken some of those cards really were. But nowadays, I just don't think it's that good. I think if your opponent, because like when you generate the cards as well, they're not in outcast positions because they added 3 cards to the right. So one of them would be. So unless you're playing this on turn 9 and then you want the Skull of Gul'dan, it could be good. I don't know. I feel like that's very like the Demon Hunter set so strange. I do think the flavor of this card is awesome though. Like CCG, because it stands for, you know, collectible card game, and like she has cards. I think it's also the first time ever in a Hearthstone card, could be wrong, that it shows a Hearthstone card in a Hearthstone card. Isn't that strange? Yeah, it's also a Death Rattle. Yeah, you're right. Man, I feel like this is bad. Oh, Genzo the Shark. I guess you're right. I feel like it's so weak. It's cool. I mean, I think it's a fun, flavorful card for like their 10-year anniversary, because when Demon Hunter was introduced, it was such an impactful thing, right? But I don't know. I feel like it's very weak. Demon Hunter just looks so strange. Whatever. Okay. I'm not a Demon Hunter player, so it's fine. Sonya Water Dancer. I hardly know her. 4 mana 3/3. After you play a 1-cost card, get a copy of it that costs 0. So they intentionally designed this for the miniaturized keyword. So I'm assuming that Rogue got miniature cards. I mean, it could be. This is a very spooky card. Also, I think with like Shadow Step, if you make a card like 1 mana, it can be really good. Also, Bounce Around's a card that was introduced into Festival, which bounces your minions and they cost 1. So like potentially, what are you dancing to? Okay, this could be really, really good. The Crystal 3 mana location. The next minion you summon this turn has its stat set to 4/4. I think that's Booty Cheeks. 3 mana set to 4/4. You can do it 3 times. You have to do it every other turn. I think that's Booty Cheeks. Matchup. I'm not going to play any more Magic today. We'll do a different day. I mean, it's cool. I'm surprised they're not 5/5s, but I guess it's more intentional because they want to think about the nerf version of Crystal Core. Crystal Cove is a really good name for this. I do think this card's bad. This is base stats, so it'll make the buff cards better. Yeah, but like, in what circumstance in Rogue do you have like hand buffing? You know, like I don't think there's really hand buffing in Rogue. So like, I think almost guarantee when you play this, it's going to be a 4/4. I think it's just like a fun little like reminder of what Crystal Core was. I don't think it's very good. And an arena, maybe, you know, some person, because I post these to the second channel, I hope they watch this video. Some person commented yesterday and said, Rarran's got to stop talking about arena. Like when I review cards, how about you suck my ass? All right. How about that in the arena? Okay. Thank you. Everything must go. 8 mana, summon 2 random 4-cost minions. Cost 1 less for each card you've drawn this turn. How many cards do you have to draw for this to actually be good? Like, I feel like you got to draw at least 5 here, because I don't give a fuck about 2 random 4-cost minions. So like 3 mana for this? At least? What is this? This is awful. This might be one of the worst Rogue cards I've ever seen. I mean, they do have Shadow Step, so like 4-cost minions are not inherently great, right? Let me see the rest of the Rogue set, because maybe there's some epic game-winning 4-cost Rogue minion that will shit in your opponent's mouth. Thistle Tea set. 2 mana, discover a spell from another class, get a copy of it. You always draw 1 card. Okay. But let's be real here. Like, do you want this? Sonya, Water Dancer's 4 mana. I mean, that is true. Okay, sorry. Discover a spell from another class, get a copy of it. I mean, that's probably okay. Like, Thief Rogue likes that. And I think Tess Grayman is still in the core set, right? So this is fun. I mean, there's nothing else to really say here, right? Is there anything else to really describe? I guess in some circumstances, stealing a spell is really good because it's not just a random card. Could be spicy. Shoplifter Goldbeard. Who? Goldbeard. Okay. 6 mana 5/5. After you summon a pirate, summon a copy of that attacks a random enemy that dies. Summon a copy of it that attacks a random enemy and then dies. How many pirates do we have? I feel like a lot of the pirates are leaving. Wasn't the... What's her face? Captain Hooked card hooked us from... Voyage? So doesn't Voyage rotate? I'm pretty sure. Okay, so the house, I'm assuming there's other pirates coming, right? Shoplifter. I mean, if there's good pirates, this is a very spooky card because it's summoned a copy. It's not like the fact that it's a copy is kind of interesting because if you could buff or like make a big pirate in hand, this could be really, really good. Water Cannon. 4 mana 3/3 after you're here, attack summon a 1/1 pirate that attacks a random enemy. See, like that sounds really bad. I guess if like you have this and then you play this, like it's a little better, but it's so bad. 1 mana charge with weapon is rotating in. Yeah, but like Leroy's rotating in. So wouldn't I rather just play Leroy Shadow Step Leroy in almost like every circumstance ever? Okay. The duck is worth it though. The duck could be a 4/4 location. Oh, I see what you're cooking. Okay, so you do Crystal Cove. Man, that sounds like a lot of setup. Sounds like a lot of setup though. Crystal Cove into the Water Cannon, into the Goldbeard. That sounds really slow, right? I guess you could also go like Crystal Cove, Goldbeard. Like you set this up, you go Goldbeard, then you play like the charge pirate so you can go face. But I still feel like that's really slow. I do like the card though. This is actually hilarious. Shoplifter Goldbeard. See, the thing is, like, I don't think necessarily that's a horrible combo, but I do think that Rogue could do better stuff. But because Shadow Step is in the game, it might be interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Sandbox. Okay, here we go. Sandbox Scoundrel, 5 mana 4/3, miniaturized battlecry. Your next card this turn costs 3 less. Okay, so in theory, this is like a 2 mana 4/3 pirate for the first one. Is that good? Kind of, depending. Did I skip a card? No, I'm good. Your next card this turn costs 3 less. I love how the minis have like insanely good art. I mean, the mini is insane. Dude, this is a sick ass combo, dude. Sonya Water Dancer into the miniaturized version of Scoundrel, and then you could Shadow Step the Scoundrel. Like, that sounds like something I'm all about. Like, that could be so insanely strong. That's what I'm thinking about here. I'm not thinking about anything else here, because that's a lot of mana cheating. Like, this whole gimmick is kind of weird. I don't know. Let's see what the rest of it looks like. Toy Boat. What did I just say? Toy Boat. Sorry. 2 mana, 2/3. After you summon a pirate, draw a card. How much draw does Rogue still have in the set, though? Minis become a 1 mana 4/4. Yeah, but like, that's not. I don't think it really matters for a mini to become 1 mana 4/4s in standard. Like, you could do better than that. Is this good? I guess this is really interesting with the water cannon. Like, you play this with the water cannon, then you draw 1 card, but like, you need to draw 2 cards for this to be good. I don't know. Daniel, after I'm done card review, I'm gonna end stream, so there's no more MTG for today. Dig for treasure, 1 mana draw a minion. If it's a pirate, get a coin. I mean, that's a fine card. That's a good looking card right there. If I'm gonna be real with you, I could play that, and you don't even need to play that with pirates. Like, 1 mana draw a minion, I'm about it. That's like Town Crier, but it's not a rush minion. Town Crier is fine. This is a good 1-cost card. And doesn't that work with Sonya as well? I have to play a 1-cost card. God damn, this Sonya card is insane. I'm about it. Okay. Bargain Bin Buccaneer. 3 mana 3/2 rush combo, summon a copy of this. Okay, so this is like the pirate that I think we're actually waiting for here, because I think the play is you go Goldbeard into the mini version of this, and then you play this card, and then if you have the boat, you're like big chillin'. But for the most part, I think that, what the fuck? See, the thing is like with Rogue is like, this is not a bad card. 3 mana to get summon a copy of this with combo at least. It's like the mummy from Savers of Uldum. I don't know. Rogue this feels very clunky for a first set. The only card that really speaks to me is Sonya. And this card because of the miniature. Do the copies work with the boat? Yeah, the copies do work with the boat because it's summoning. I don't know. Like, the thing is like, I think in a vacuum, this set looks fine. But dude, like, if you go look at Shaman, how is it even close? Shaman literally, like, you just have to show me this card, and then I'm like, okay, what am I even playing this game for? I think Rogue is still gonna rely on Rogue. This is my like guess right off the bat here, but I think Rogue is gonna bypass the pirate stuff, play this card, and focus on miniatures and focus on Leroy Jenkins, and potentially something else. Right? You can't compare every class to Shaman. I mean, for sure, but I don't see unless I'm like missing something entirely. Like, how is this playable for the most part? Like, you're really banking on the fact you're drawing a ton of cards, but 2 random 4-cost minions is kind of dog. Like, you don't want to play this. So that's like a waste of a card. This card's fine because in Thief Rogue, theoretically, it should be okay. This card seems so ass. Like, you need like an insane setup for this card to actually be playable. This card seems bad. This card seems fine just because of the miniature, and I guess you can Shadow Step it, but you're gonna Shadow Step the miniature anyways. Also, this makes Warrior better because of bot face. This will definitely be nice with Cutlass. That's also fair. I don't know. For the first set of Rogue, this is very underwhelming. Like, this card I think is gonna be very good, but that's about it. I got nothing else. I'd be very shocked if Rogue played a lot of these pirates. I just feel like they're so bad. And like, if you're showing me Shaman, I don't know, bro. I feel like Leroy Jenkins is going to find the Rogue home.